now acclaimed as the most dangerous all-around offensive player in the game, Randall Cunningham, and behind him an improving running game. Keith Sherman has been able to give them a dimension, especially on artificial turf. Keith Myers is listed as a running back, but really no one has invented a proper name for his position. They move him all over. Offensive line, I should say first. We have Heller Shad, David Alexander, the center, Ron Salt, and Reggie Singletary.
Byers 4 catches, 36 yards. Tony in motion. Now Byers is the running back. He's going to throw. He's got Tony. Touchdown. yards, and the Eagles have the first touchdown of the game and the lead.
You know, that is a nice drive the Philadelphia Eagles have.
Second and goal from inside the 1. Vick in motion. Quarterback sneak. Did he get there? Everybody signaling touchdown except the official. Yeah. Cunningham spikes the ball. And now the officials say touchdown.
How'd they know that? He came out of there with the ball.
I don't have any idea.
I don't understand how the officials called it so late. 34. Another first down pass. Caught by Marvin Hargrove, the rookie from Richmond. And fans, get this, for the third time in this young man's career. Cunningham, touchdown. Randall Cunningham has passed for a score and sneaks it in from about a foot. Colorado State. Here's the first down. And wide open, touchdown. Keith Sherman. Well, the planners beside him, next to us, the Eagles coaching staff, playing a pretty good drive.
From the Ram 15 for the Eagles. The Rams leading 7-3. Quick. Touchdown. From 15 yards out. Over Mickey Sutton.
That's the matchup they were looking for. You know, they had it a couple times on the left side. Quick was wide open deep. They didn't see him.
They don't take a timeout. No huddle. Cunningham asked for it quickly and has a touchdown to Calvin Williams from 14 yards away. And again, there's a scramble and some extracurricular activity. Kevin Green again is involved. Tony with a fine-looking left hook.
You know, you better watch out. When they catch that left hook, they'll throw you at him and become a cutback.
And that makes it second and goal at the 2. Drummond. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
The Eagles are winning the battles in the trenches on both sides of the ball.
Wait for your hit because you know you're going to take one. You betcha. So now it's 1st and 10. The dead ball foul after the play, and wide open is Keith Jackson, and he's got an Eagle touchdown. .35 yards on the touchdown toss.
Well, it's pretty easy to do a football game of the Philadelphia Eagles. You only have to remember a couple of numbers. Keith Jackson and Keith Myers. Those two guys absolutely the dominant force in that drive. A couple more upsets this week.
Call it 2nd and 12. Calvin Williams in motion. They're going for Fred Barnett. Touchdown, Philadelphia. He is getting the opportunity to play today due to the injury to the regular starter, Mike Quick. Keep it, buddy, your first Pro TD.
Shoving Browner after the ball was already in the air.
3rd and goal. Cunningham lofting in, and the catch is made. Touchdown. Williams was in.
I told you, Randall can throw this as good as anyone in the game.
Vikings argue next stop here, folks, will be the replay booth. I guarantee you.
I think the left foot came down out of bounds. If it wasn't out of bounds, it was awful close. I think we're going to have to zero in on the left foot of Calvin Williams. You be the judge. It's Carly again. There's the right. The left is out of bounds by Carly.
As a review by the replay official, the score counts. Touchdown.
You got me on that one. He obviously did not have both feet in bounds.
It what? Well, they're going to say he was forced out of bounds.
He can only be forced out with contact, though.
Yeah.
There wasn't even any contact. Out on the field by the official, then the replay can do nothing about it. He must come down, of course, with both feet in bounds, but you saw the right hand of Carly on the hip. Watch the right hand now of Carly, the defender. Does he even have possession of the ball cleanly when he goes out of bounds? Look at the...
Yep.
I mean, I think we'll just categorize that as a pretty good break for the Eagles. And that's when he killed. He caught 12 passes against Minnesota last year.
2nd and 10. Cunningham fires. It's tipped, nearly intercepted, finally caught by the Eagles. Unbelievable touchdown. Fred Barnett.
Calvin Williams stays down. Barry Burns doing his "can you believe this" stroll on the sidelines. This was almost an interception. Should have been picked off right there. That's Brim. That's Michael Brim that hit the ball first. And the ball never hits the ground. Fullington knocked it up into the air. Barnett just hanging around watching and right into his hands. And Barnett, even though he's a rookie, didn't take him long how to figure out.
5 turnovers for the Vikings.
We mentioned this early, the do or die bowl. Minnesota had this one put away.
1st and goal at the 6. 8-man front. Touchdown, Tony.
That might be the longest play from scrimmage other than Randall Cunningham tonight. There's still plenty of time. Over 3 minutes remain in this game.
Kick a field goal here. Kick a field goal because you need an onside kick. I'm surprised they're going for it.
Jump ball in the end zone. Touchdown, Fred Barnett. Darrell Green right with him, but he just out-jumped him.
I'll tell you, that worked out, but I was thinking, you know, you need 2 scores and you need an onside kick. So on 4th down, you kick the field.
Gets time, and he's got a man wide open. Tony, touchdown. So the Eagles jump on top with a very well executed drive. Difference in their production, although it doesn't show on the scoreboard. Sherman breaks the tackle. Sherman, touchdown. Keith Sherman makes up for that fumble down at the 10-yard line of Dallas back in the first half. A 19-yard score for the second-year man from Texas A&I. Philadelphia trying to climb up out of their 2-4 hole. Deep corner. Touchdown, Williams. Flags are down at the line of scrimmage. Cunningham threw that into the corner. Robert Williams had the coverage on the rookie. Williams, who calmly jumped up and took the ball away.
Right. Never. 1st and 10 from the Patriots' 37-yard line. Cunningham with the pocket holding up as a man wide open. Fred Barnett, touchdown Eagles. second time today, Ahmad. They have blown a coverage by a good 15 yards in the secondary.
And here you see Cunningham. Excellent line blocking by the Philadelphia Eagles. He just finds Barnett wide open down the middle for the score. And one of the reasons is, in this new offense, Richie Kotite, they run the same play from 8 or 10 different formations, which tends to confuse the defense.
So they'll also look at that second game of our doubleheader. 1st and 10 down at the 37 of New England. Cunningham going for the bundle, looking for Keith Jackson. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles! Been heard from in a big way in the first half this afternoon. An 80-yard scoring drive culminating with a long TD to Jackson.
Oh, that Keith Jackson, he's a hoss. You see him run down here. Now, this is a basketball move right here. Watching Keith Jackson, he's covered perfectly, but watch him go up for the rebound type catch. Goes up and just takes it away. That's called just taking the ball. I mean, he was covered perfectly. Cunningham throws the ball in the perfect spot, but watch Keith Jackson. This is a man playing with boys right here. They got 3 defenders around the season. It doesn't matter who you play. You got to beat anybody. There are no easy games.
Cunningham looking deep. Has Calvin Williams. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Take him off the table. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Cunningham throwing to a wide open Keith Jackson. Touchdown, Eagles. A 14-point Eagle lead. They're grinding it out now. That's been the story in the second half. They've only had it 2 times before this. They've both been long drives, time-consuming drives that have resulted in touchdowns. Mickey Schuler stopping. Randall Cunningham wants to carry it. He's got the first down on 2nd down. And then some. Cunningham down the sideline. He'll score. It's Kenny Jackson in motion. Roger Vick once again the single set. Vick over the top. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
And Roger Vick, 3 or 4 carries in a row, finally gets it in there.
Lined up in the backfield. They go to what they call their heavy jumbo set. 3rd down and 2. And it's intercepted. Frizzell inside the 20, the 10, touchdown.
Rutledge looked upfield, misread it. He was under pressure. Mike Golick, and Frizzell, who comes in the nickel for the Eagles, stepped in front, takes it into the end zone.
7-7 is the score.
We ought to give Raven Caldwell Carl Banks' phone number.
Here's Byers, and Byers is going to throw for a touchdown, but a flag is down. Heath Sherman makes the catch.
That's his 2nd touchdown pass if it stands.
He threw one earlier this year, an 18-yarder.
See about the call.
Watch out for the tight end, Keith Jackson. He may have made a block downfield while the pass was in the air.
To see who had the best view. Here's the call.
There's no foul. Touchdown.
And they rule that Jackson's block was legal.
The game again. Riggs is done for the night. Sanders in motion. Bryant and everybody else goes into the pattern. Wes Hopkins with a sack. It's picked up by Clyde Simmons, and it's a touchdown.
Safety blitz and
nobody home. Tony and Sherman in the backfield. Byers in motion. Little flip pass, touchdown to Keith Jackson. Byers lined up as a tight end on the left side. Randall keeps his footing and a touchdown to Keith Jackson. 17 yards for a play that almost never unfolded. Sherman, the single back. Play action fake to him. Right away, striking to Williams. Touchdown, Philadelphia. First catch of the day for rookie Calvin Williams.
First down on the 49 of the Giants. The Eagles trailing. Cunningham stumbled going back to throw and going deep, and there is Barnett. Touchdown, Eagles. Out of danger. He has an open field. What a juke as he gets to the 20-yard line. A gain of 18. Mark Collins made the tackle, and Johnny Cooks could not keep up with Randall Cunningham on this one.
Well, this is what Cunningham does best. Watch for the great block by Keith Byers on Pepper Johnson. Cunningham goes upfield. Watch him. He'll point. Say, block him. Bam! Right there. Byers just KO'd. Here's the shot. 52. Johnson. Watch that shot by Byers.
Quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Eagles.
Face, nose to nose, we got what it takes kind of call from the Eagles.
The two scores, it forces them into two touchdowns. So a very big third and goal on the 6 coming up for Philly. Watch Cunningham. Fires. Tipped. And it's a touchdown. Calvin Williams on the deflection.
Watch the end of this play. Talk about strange plays and the role they have played in these games off the hands of Barnard and into the hands of Calvin Williams.
A few moments later.
Thurman Thomas, they've got great balance.
Second down and 10. Sims has it batted away and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will score again. Byron Evans. Several flags have been thrown. The Eagles will be penalized for exuberant celebration. Rumbles in for the touchdown on the interception, his first NFL touchdown.
The pressure coming with the blitz. The ball is batted right there, and Evans alertly just grabs it and packs it in. That's Clyde Simmons, number 96, in from his end position to bat that ball. Well, here's what they get the 5-yarder for. That's the first part. But then what happened after that draws the penalty for the Giants. And we haven't heard the call, but I'm assuming that's what it was, because one of the Giants players pushed one of the officials. It's right there at the back, I think, of the end zone between Riesenberg and Bavaro that the pushing was going on.
We have offensive pass interference. That penalty is declined. We have unnecessary roughness, number 89, after the score. That penalty is declined. We have another unnecessary roughness, number 89, and a disqualification. The 15 yards on the kickoff.
Mark Bavaro has been tossed out of the game.
Yeah, second half against Phoenix on December 30th, maybe. 2nd and 7. Play fake, good fake by Cunningham. In the end zone, touchdown. Keith Jackson. Who held out for a couple of weeks, came back, said, I want to save that man's job. Buddy Ryan.
Boy, Cunningham has to be real careful here not to just put it up for grabs. A turnover here will kill the Eagles.
And a sack in the end zone is not outside the realm of thought. Here comes Smith. There's Cunningham. Dodges left and puts it way downfield for Fred Barnett, who has the catch. And the race is on. There are no flags. A 95-yard touchdown.
Well, Vern, this type of play just defies description. Cunningham knows he's in trouble in the pocket. He knew that Bruce Smith was coming, and he just makes a play that only he can make. Boy, all the air's gone out of this stadium. And you know, they don't have a replay board here for these 80,000 folks. They're really going to have to wait till the 11 o'clock news to catch one of the great plays of all time.
95 yards, longest pass in the NFL this season, the second longest in Philadelphia history.
Cunningham will be looking at the rush almost immediately. He knows where he is on the football field, and then just watch his escapability. How does Smith miss him there with the left hand? And now his eyes go downfield looking for his receiver, and Barnett is way down there. He throws this ball again into the wind about 60 yards. There's the alley-oop. Jamie Williams can't make the play, and then that world-class feed of Barnett's, it's all over. The Eagles are in the end zone.
And I'm thinking back to something that Fred Barnett told us last night. After the workout in Philadelphia yesterday, Randall Cunningham called the two rookie wide receivers, Williams and Barnett, together and said, look, guys, you're going to be in this league for a long, long time, and I plan to be here for another 10 years. And together we work hard, we can become the team of the 90s.
The thing about Cunningham is he's so inspirational, and he really appreciates that effort of his young rookie. Outstanding play. I could watch that play 1,000 times.
Cunningham caught. Touchdown, Keith Byers.
From the 3. The Eagles have done a good job in this situation all year long. Byers and Sherman in the backfield. Cunningham to Byers. Oh almost intercepted, but it's a touchdown. Tim McKyer thought he had the ball, and it went right by him.
It went right into his chest. What happens is Byers sticks one hand out. McKyer's ready. He's going 95. He's already got the car won for MVP if they had one. Watch this. Randall Cunningham totally misreads this defense. Look at that. One hand. Now McKyer, look at. He's going to catch it. He still doesn't know he doesn't have it. Now he can't believe it.
And they've held it on this drive for more than 4 minutes. Byers, flea flicker. Cunningham unloads. Williams, touchdown. A 95-yard drive capped by a 45-yard touchdown pass, and the blazing speed of Calvin Williams got him behind Tim McKyer.
8-yard line after that big pass play to Jackson. And the pitch to Byers. He's going to throw, and it's caught for a touchdown. Anthony Toney. And that's Byers' third touchdown pass of the season.
I tell you, the thing about that is Byers can throw it, and most teams forget just coming on Cunningham as he threw that ball.
Cunningham's pass into the end zone. It's a touchdown to Keith Byers. From Randall Cunningham, and he zipped it downfield in a hurry, didn't he?
Okay, he looked a heck of a lot like Joe Montana.
They've had 2 turnovers. They were -2. 1st and 10 at the 17. Eagles. Cunningham fakes to the 10, the 5, leaps. And he goes over. It is a touchdown. The ball crossed the plane. He wound up out of bounds in the end zone, and Cunningham scores.
He was airborne for a record. That was a record. He was airborne for over 7 seconds. Watch this where he takes off. Now watch here. You have to stay in your lanes. Now you leave him that open lane. You see the lane right there? You leave it open. He uses a pump as a fake. Now watch where he goes airborne right here about the 4-yard line, and he doesn't come down until he's about 3 yards inside the end zone. When he crossed the plane. Where was the football? The football has to cross the plane of the goal line. But he went farther and higher than I think I've ever seen. It's a record. This is a long jump and high jump record.
Mark Lee was the guy that Cunningham leaped over, and you'll see he'll land out of bounds, but did the ball cross the plane in that little area, huh?
Yeah, it's where the ball went over, right at the pylon.
The play stands. Touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
There's a guy who can do it all. Tied into something there, and Kotite isn't even listening. And he's trying to get help from the other side. I think he's trying to get, that old, you do it from that side, I'll do it from this side, see if we can get this one called.
3rd down and 1. Gets in for the touchdown. That's his first touchdown as a Philadelphia Eagle. Thomas Sanders, a 2-yard score.
Usually you celebrate with your own team. On that one, he went over, after he celebrated with his own team, Thomas Sanders went over and gave Johnny Holland a headbutt.
And right now, this will be the largest margin of victory all year for the Eagles.
Keith Byers, he can throw. He does. Wide open is Williams. Touchdown. 4 passes this season for Keith Byers, 4 completions, 4 touchdowns. Play action, the pass picked off by Allen. Touchdown. Third interception of the day. Eric Allen had this all the way, Irv.
His second interception of the year for him, Tim, though. He's in good position to cover this ball. First of all, he has a receiver under good coverage, Michael Irvin. He's facing the quarterback, comes up and takes that ball away. The ball wasn't really thrown that hard or that sharply, so it gave him plenty of time to come back and take
Dexter Manley is in, has a defensive lineman for Phoenix. Cunningham rolling, looking. Throws into the end zone, touchdown. That didn't take long, did it? It was to Fred Barnett, the rookie's 7th touchdown of the year. A 16-yard throw, a fumble, and a touchdown in the Eagles lead. Byers is in the backfield now and in motion. Cunningham zings it, and that is a touchdown to Calvin Williams, the other rookie. One to Barnett, this one to Williams, his 9th of the year. What a pitch by Cunningham. 27 yards, 13-0.
Well, you're just not going to throw it any better than Randall Cunningham did that time, Jack. That was on a line, and Williams made an outstanding grab, but that ball is a difficult one to throw right down the middle of the field.
It is the 2-yard line. This is the 7th play of the drive coming up. And a fade and a touchdown. Second of the day for Fred Barnett of 2 yards. 3rd touchdown throw by Cunningham.
Well, we talked about Cunningham's willingness to throw the ball up in the air to his receivers. Barnett's about 6'2", working against Cedric Mack. Perfect throw in the corner. Watch the extension, the grab with the hands. Easy touchdown for Philly.
Limiting the Eagles to 2 field goals. Now it is Philadelphia under the gun. And Rippon fires complete to Biner. Biner to the 5-yard line. Fumble. Philadelphia picks it up. Ben Smith running free. The rookie to the 10.